Okay, so as in the last video we have discussed about the terminologies of the lenses. Alright, in today's video we'll be discussing about the image formation by lenses. So here I am writing the topic. Alright, image formation by lenses. Formation by lenses. Alright, so basically we do have three rules of image formation by lenses. So we are going to discuss the first rule first. Alright, so here we have rule number what? Rule number one. So what rule number one says? Rule number one says when a light ray coming parallel to the principal axis goes from the focal point after reflection. Alright, it says when a light ray coming parallel to the principal axis goes from focal point after reflection. So here I am going to make the diagram. Initially I am going to tell you by the convex lens, then I will be telling you by the concave lens as well. So here I am going to make the convex lens. Here we have convex lens. As I told you, the properties or the terminologies of these, like the line which was in the center was principal axis. Alright, and here we have the focal point. Here we have focal point, and here we have another focal point. Alright, so let me label it as well. This is focal point and this is focal point as well. And here we have the optical center. Here we have optical center. Alright, so what's the first rule? The light rays coming parallel to the principal axis. So here I am going to make the light rays. So basically what? These are coming parallel to the principal axis. Alright, these are parallel to the principal axis, parallel to the principal axis, parallel to the principal axis. Alright, they will go from focal point after reflection. Like after reflection, they'll always go from the focal point. They'll always go from the focal point. Wait. They'll always go from the focal point. Again, we'll go from the focal point, then from here and from here as well. Alright, so you can see their meeting point, it's here. Alright, on the F seam, the meeting point of these rays after reflection is that. Alright, so image will be formed where? Image will be formed at the focal point. Alright, so when the light ray coming parallel to the principal axis, they will always go from focal point after reflection. This is the first rule as we have seen by the concave lens. Alright, this was the convex lens, sorry. We have seen this by the convex lens. So now we are going to see the same rule by using concave lens as well. So here I am going to make the concave lens. So here we have concave lens. As I told you, the lens which is thin from the middle and thicker at the edges is what? It is concave lens. So here we have what? It is concave lens. Here we have concave lens. Alright, so here I am going to make the principal axis. So this is principal axis, and here we have optical center. Here we have optical center, and here I am going to make the focal point. This is focal point, and here we have focal point. Alright, here we have focal point. So as I told you, the light ray coming parallel to the principal axis goes from the focal point after reflection. So basically these are the light rays which are going parallel to the principal axis. So these are parallel. Alright, so I should make two only because it is creating mess now. So parallel, so they'll always go, as we know that concave is what? Concave is the diverging lens. So here they will not converge, but instead they'll diverge. Alright, this ray would be diverged. Let me make it straight. This would be diverged. Alright, this would be diverged. So they'll not meet actually, but they'll appear to meet. Alright, so they'll always appear to meet. Wait, they'll appear to meet. They'll appear to meet, and they'll meet on what? They'll meet same on the principal axis again, not on the principal but the focal point again. So as you can see here, the rays which were going parallel to the principal axis, again they have passed through the focal point, like the image would be formed on the focal point, either that is concave or convex. In the condition of the convex lens, the real image is formed, alright, and in the condition of the concave lens, a virtual image is formed, because these lines are diverging. This lens is diverging, so here the lines would be appear to meet. So here it would form virtual image instead of a real image. Alright, so here we have discussed about the first rule. Now we are going to read about the second rule. What second rule basically says? So here we have second rule. So second rule is like right ray coming from focal point. Now those like in the first rule, lines were going parallel to the principal axis and they were passing through the focal point. Here lines are going from the focal point and they'll go parallel to the principal axis. This is just opposite of the rule number 1. Here as you can see, lines were going parallel and then again it was like passing through the focal point. Here they will go from the focal point and they will be parallel to the principal axis after reflection. Alright, so initially I am going to show you guys this with the biconvex lens. This is biconvex lens. Here we have principal axis. Here we have principal axis. This is optical center. Here we have focal point. Here we have focal point. Alright, so what I said, the light ray coming from the focal point will go parallel to the principal axis after reflection. So here I'm going to make. Alright, so here the ray is passing through the focal point. Wait, this is level. Alright, this is going from the focal point. Again I'm going to make another one. This is going from the focal point and then again they will be parallel to the principal axis after reflection. Alright, they will be parallel after reflection. So these are reflected rays and these are incident rays, and this is what? This is a convex lens we do have. Convex. Now I am going to use the same rule by using biconcave lens. Alright, so here I am going to make the biconcave lens. Alright, and here we have the principal axis. This is what? This is principal axis. This is optical center, and here we have the focal point, and here we have another focal point. Alright, so here the lines would be coming like this. According to the rule, the right ray coming from focal point goes parallel to the principal axis. Alright, so here I have, they'll be like shown that they are coming from the focal point. Alright, they will be coming from the focal point. So as they are coming from the focal point, so they will always go where? They will always go parallel. Wait, they'll always go parallel to the principal axis. Parallel to the principal axis. So this is reflected ray and this is incident ray. Alright, so now we are going to read about the rule number 3. Here we have rule number 3. Alright, so what rule number 3 says? When a light rays goes undeviated without changing its direction. Alright, so if it falls on the optical center of a lens, what happens? Let's see. Alright, so here I am going to make the lens. So this is a biconcave lens, again not concave but convex. Here we have principal axis, here optical center, and here we have focal point. Alright, so here the lines are going undeviated and they are going from where? From the optical center. Alright, so this is the third rule we have. Wait, this is not straight. They are going from the optical center, so after reflection they will not change their path. Alright, their direction would be same as they are going from the optical center. They will reflect back from that same path. Alright, so again I am making here, as you can see here, this is the third rule we have. Alright, by using what? By using convex lens. Then I am going to show you the same rule by using concave lens now. So here we have concave lens, here we have principal axis, here we have optical center, and here we have focal point and focal point of this side. Alright, as I told you, the lines which are going undeviated from the optical center, they will reflect back from that same path. So this is the rule same for this as well. They are going from the optical center, they will reflect back from that same path. Alright, so this is for what? This is for concave lens, biconcave lens. Alright, as we read about these 3 rules, now I am going to show you how image is formed by using these rules. Alright, so I am going to make here the diagram. So this is basically, biconcave lens. Here we have the optical center and here we have the principal axis. Here we have what? Principal axis. So here we have the focal point and the focal point is here. Alright, focal point. So now what we studied actually. Alright, so the lines, for suppose the object is placed here somewhere. The object is placed here. Alright, this is what? This is for object. This is for object. So according to our first rule, the right ray coming parallel to the principal axis. So I am going to make here the light ray coming parallel to the principal axis. They will always go to the focal point. Alright, they will always go to the focal point. Alright, here we have applied first rule. So let me write here down. This was the first rule which I applied. Alright, so now I am going to apply second rule. Light ray coming from focal point, they will go parallel to the principal axis. Alright, here I am going to make with another color. Alright, light ray coming from the focal point, they are coming from the focal point. They will what? They will then go parallel to the principal axis. Parallel to the principal axis. Alright, so here we have applied second rule as well. This is what? This is the rule number 3. Alright, so last rule is what? The light ray goes undeviated without changing when it falls to the optical center. Alright, so let me make here. With what color should I make? Okay, this is fine. when it is going from the optical center, it goes undeviated. Alright, it goes undeviated. As you can see here, when you will make with the scale, that would be more straight. So this is rule number 3. Alright, now let's check where the lines are meeting. So as you can see here, the lines are meeting here. Wait, let me take another color. Alright, this color is fine. So here these all points are meeting together, so means the image would be formed here somewhere. Alright, wait, so the image is formed where? It is formed here. Alright, and as it will be not erect, but it will what? It will be inverted. Alright, so here our image would be formed, here our image would be formed, and that would be real image, because this image is made on the other side of the lens. Real image. So when the image which is made on the other side of the lens is always real image, and it is always inverted. Real image is always inverted and virtual image is always erect. Alright, so these are the rules as we have studied, and we have seen the image formation as well, where is the image formed by using these 3 rules. So this was all for today. In the next video we'll be going with the thin lens formula, or firstly we'll be going with the positions of the lenses. That is fine, we'll be going with the position of lenses first, then we'll be going with the thin lens formula. Alright, so this was all for today.